Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Alyssa and this channel is about the law of attraction, building self-empowerment, and conquering limiting self-beliefs. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the bell icon if you'd like to see more of this content. And please like and share this video if you end up enjoying it. Leave me a comment, all that good stuff. So I'm going to get into a pretty loaded and very popular topic today. Money. I was talking to my mom a while back and she was telling me about how she has a whiteboard in her home and how she'll write down a word of the day and have my brother and sister write down their own little anecdote or phrase that they think fits that word. And at one point she wrote the word money, and my brother wrote underneath it, is the root of all evil. And me knowing about all of this law of attraction stuff and knowing how we manifest what we get in life, that concerned me. I don't want my brother thinking about money like that because I know that if his dominant thoughts are that it's evil, it's most likely going to stay away from him. So is money the root of all evil? No, it's not. Not even close. Well, that's all I got. Thank you for watching this video. Just kidding. But really, it's not the root of all evil, okay? Not even a little bit. And with an attitude like that, it's not gonna come to you. Imagine if you talked about your spouse or someone that you want to attract the same way that you talk about money. And it's obviously not just my brother that feels that way. Money is the root of all evil is a very common phrase. We also hear that it doesn't grow on trees, that it's a product of hard work, and only hard work will let you get it. We also say and hear things like, I don't need money, money doesn't buy happiness, which is true. You can't just walk into the happiness store and purchase a big bag of happiness. I've personally always said things like that so that it would justify me not being able to attract more of it in a way. It's almost a shield that people use because by saying that money doesn't buy happiness, we're affirming that we're great without it when secretly we all wish that Bezos was our rich uncle, right? And by saying that it's the root of all evil, we're kind of using our kindness as a shield in a way too. It's like we feel like we have to choose being kind or having money. So why do we do that to ourselves? We all know that being able to attract more financial security would help us out and make us happier in some way. So why do we talk about it like that? Why do we do this to ourselves? Well, we all have our own relationship with money, and most of us are completely unaware of what that is. Because honestly, pretty much everything in life is a relationship when it comes down to it. But we don't think of it that way, especially with money. When I started my journey of conscious creation, deliberate manifestation, whatever you want to call it, I was forced to look into my own relationship with money, and it was not okay. I've also realized that a ton of people get into the law of attraction as a result of their financial status. Of course, that's not how everyone comes across it, but I'm realizing that a lot of people put law of attraction techniques into practice to attract a better financial situation. It's just the way that it is. That in relationships and love, which will be a whole other video. For me, I came across the law of attraction because I found myself in a position in life where I had to question my surroundings, especially that of my career and finances. So I started researching how to make more money, and I fell down a rabbit hole of information about e-commerce, entrepreneurship, being your own boss, all that good stuff. And that led me to learning about the habits of successful people, which led me to mindsets, which led me to law of attraction, and here we are. So what is money exactly, and why are we so obsessed with it? Money is a resource, plain and simple. It's a medium of exchange, nothing more, nothing less. It's a neutral object that we tag our own individual meaning to, and if you think about it, we put a lot of pressure on money. And it's really only here to be exchanged for things that help us survive and thrive. But we also attach a lot of negativity to it. We think that it's the root of all evil. We think that it makes people greedy, that it's almost dirty and difficult to come by. But at the same time, we beg for more of it because we think it's the key to our one true happiness. Very contradicting beliefs, right? So we have this love-hate relationship with money, and then we wonder why we have trouble attracting more of it and why it keeps flying right out of our pockets. And to be real with you guys, it does make us happy, right? We use it to make our lives easier. We can pay our rent or mortgage with it. It pays for electricity in our homes. We can use it to provide for our families, buy things that we want for ourselves. But is it the cash or the figures in your bank account that you're really after? I'm guessing no. I'm guessing it's the emotions of relief and security that keep us hungry for the dough. I'm gonna drop a big paradoxical bomb on you guys right now, okay? If you're trying to manifest more money, you have to not want it. I get it. And if I were you, I would probably click off this video after hearing that. But hold on a sec, you may need to hear this. How manifestation truly works is that if you're praying for something or setting an intention to get something, you have to trick your subconscious into thinking that you already have it. It doesn't know the difference, so you need to train it. By tagging lack to something, that's the message that the universe is getting towards what you want. So by saying, I want more money, the universe is getting the message, I want to want more money. You're implying that you're in lack of it by wanting it. I told you, it's a complete paradox because in order to get something, we typically have to want it, right? But that's the beauty of the subconscious. It doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's fantasy. If you're in a place where you're desperate to manifest more money, I hate to say it, but law of attraction may not be your friend in this case because it will bring you more of what your dominant energy is right now, which could be fear, shame, maybe even guilt, but either way, it's most likely a low vibrational energy that you're holding towards the subject of money. Einstein said that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that created them. So you're wanting money because you're in lack of it. So that's the energy that created your money problems, not the one that's going to solve it. Change your energy towards money from lack to knowing that it's all around us and there's 1,000,001 different ways to get it, but you need to allow it first. Change your relationship with money and you change your energy towards it. I'll get more into that in a minute. But all that being said, why on earth would we say that money is the root of all evil? Oh, right, because a lot of the wealthy elites are greedy, careless bastards. But is that money's fault? No. How would that explain kind people being wealthy? Not everyone uses it for evil. Sadly, we just hear more often about the people who do use it the wrong way. If someone, a seemingly kind person, comes across a large sum of money and then suddenly becomes a jerk, that means that a part of them, even a tiny part of them, was probably already a jerk before the cash came in. One of the most intriguing things about money is that it can amplify who we already are. If it overinflates an ego, that ego was already waiting for an excuse to blow up. Money happened to be that excuse. People who have these egos also crave a certain power, which money happens to give them. It's still not fair to blame the money though, because having power is not always a negative thing. Again, money itself and power in itself is neutral, and it amplifies what may have already been lying dormant inside the person who holds it. Yes, there are studies that indicate that money makes people mean, but again, don't you believe in the possibility that there's already some dormant part of them that was waiting for an excuse to be mean? So back to our relationships with money, what do you think yours is? Consciously, you may be like, dude, I love money. It buys me things and stuff. But when you check your bank account, are you grateful for what's in there? Or are you dwelling on the absence of what you'd like to see in there? How do you talk about money and your finances in general? Do you say that you're broke a lot? Do you say I can't afford that? Do you think it makes people evil or that there's not enough to go around? Do you pay for things and feel thankful that you had the money to buy what you did, knowing more of it is on the way back to you? Or do you feel like you lost that money and focus on what's no longer in your bank account? Start using money affirmations because you already have affirmations for money and they're probably negative if you struggle to attract more of it. So switch it up and start talking about it differently. Remember, you are abundance. We are all connected to every single person and thing in this universe, and that includes money. So think of yourself as abundance. Because remember, you don't always attract what you want, but you always, always, always attract what you are. This is also where some shadow work is useful so that you can find out your dominant attitude or vibration towards money. Shadow work, if you don't know, is really getting to the core of you and bringing it all to the surface. All these subconscious beliefs and blocks that may have been keeping you stuck. And it gives you the chance to rediscover or even just discover your true authentic self and why you've stayed stuck in certain negative patterns. So it can be very, very helpful. Usually people do shadow work in the form of meditation. That's how I do it anyway. And I get in touch with my inner child and I nurture her basically. I give her the love that I felt she lacked at whatever point in time I'm focused on. But this can also be very useful in determining your money blocks. Yes, we all have money blocks that keep us stuck in a certain financial status in life. So your subconscious has gotten comfortable with these beliefs about money. And as I mentioned before, and as you may already know, your subconscious is your survival mind. So if you grew grew up in a low-income household, scarcity was probably the dominant energy towards money. So your subconscious doesn't want you to have more of it because you've survived in this scarcity mentality for so long. By the way, I have a video going over the differences between having a scarcity versus abundance mindset. It's really helpful to know where you're at with that, so I'll link that below and pin it to the comments if you want to go ahead and check that out. Also, if you don't follow Treese Pruitt on YouTube, I highly recommend that you check out her channel, which I'll also link below. Not only is she an amazing YouTuber who talks about law of attraction, quantum jumping, all that good stuff, she even does some ASMR money affirmations, and she's also a financial planner, so she knows what she's talking about. She also shares a lot of stories about herself and other people manifesting money, and listening to her has personally helped me out a lot as far as my attitude towards my finances go. So again, highly recommend you check out her channel. I'll link her channel down below. Her name is Treese Pruitt. In fact, I think she actually mentioned this in one of her videos. I'm pretty sure it was her, and it's not a direct quote, but she says something like, if you feel like money mostly falls into the hands of the greedy and evil, then look at it as your responsibility to become wealthy, because you know you won't use it for evil. The nice people have to step up and get our hands on some of that money so that we can make the difference that we know needs to be made. So think of it that way. It's your responsibility to attract more money, okay? What use is money in the hands of a fool if he has no desire to get wisdom? Think about that. But that's all I have for you guys for today. I really hope that this video helped you define your relationship with money, and I hope that it inspires you to change it so that you can allow more of it to come your way. Because at the end of the day, most of us would have a slightly easier go in this life if we all had a better relationship with money. So if you found this useful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that bell icon, that way you don't miss when I upload next. But thank you guys so much for watching today. Please be safe, much love, and I'll see you next time.